everyone, buckle up, because today we are diving beak first into Aristophanes' The Birds.
It's going to be a wild ride.
We're talking ancient Greek comedy, feathered friends, and a whole lot of surprisingly sharp commentary on human nature, am I right?
Oh, absolutely. This play is so much more than just birds on stage, you know. It's a satirical masterpiece, really, that holds a funhouse mirror up to Athenian society.
And let's be honest, we might just see a few familiar reflections staring back at us, even today.
Right, you are.
So let's set the scene, okay? We've got these two Athenians, Pistheteros and Euelpides, who are, shall we say, completely over city life.
Yeah, and I can't even blame them. Imagine, it's Athens in the 5th century BC, the Peloponnesian War is dragging on and on, politics are a mess, new ideas and philosophies are popping up everywhere.
It's familiar.
Right, people were yearning for, something better, a way out, a change of scenery.
It's kind of like today's, what do you call it, the never-ending news cycle. Everyone's looking for that perfect escape, that ideal place to just, unplug.
Exactly. And boom, into this world steps Pistheteros, who's officially had enough.
As you do.
And he convinces his buddy, Euelpides, to join him on this quest, to find this legendary figure, Tereus the Hoopoe, who's, well, a man-turned-bird.
Okay, Tereus, I love that guy. He's like the OG, the original disgruntled influencer. Ditches society, hangs out in a tree all day, complains about how the world's gone mad.
Well, he definitely had a unique perspective, we'll say that. But see, here's where Aristophanes injects some of that classic satire. Instead of, seeking out a wise old sage or a powerful oracle for guidance, these two put all their faith in, well, a talking bird.
Oh, we all have that friend, the one who gives the absolute worst advice but makes it sound so convincing.
You know them well. But that's Aristophanes for you. He's using this whole ridiculous journey to show us just how easily we humans, fall for anyone who promises a quick fix, a magic solution, the easy way out.
So it's not just about finding a utopia, it's about how we go about searching for it.
You got it. And when they finally meet Tereus, let's just say he's not exactly who they expected.
Right, because he's rocking the whole feathers and beak look.
Full bird mode. Can you imagine? These normal Athenian guys come face to face with this mythical creature.
Yeah.
The visual comedy alone would have had the audience in stitches. But there's also something deeper going on, too. Tereus, because he's lived as both man and bird, he kind of represents this idea of transformation, of searching for a new identity.
Oh, well, we've all been there. Those days when you just feel like a completely different species.
You know it. But Tereus, instead of offering practical advice, he sends them on this wild goose chase, still caught up in his own drama. And that, my friends, is when Pistheteros has his big aha moment. Why search for utopia when you can just build your own?
Boom! Cloud Cuckoo Land is born, the ultimate escape plan, and it's literally in the sky.
Genius. This is where Aristophanes really digs deep with the satire. Think about it. Building a wall across the sky, controlling the gods, holding their sacrifices hostage. He's totally poking fun at Athenian ambition, at their empire building, at their complicated relationship with the gods. It's brilliant.
So what, they're going to make the gods pay a cover charge to get into heaven now?
Pretty much. And the best part, the birds are totally on board. We're talking flocks of cranes hauling stones, woodpeckers hammering away, a whole avian construction crew working overtime.
It's like a nature documentary, but with hard hats and tiny tool belts.
Right. But within all that craziness, there's also this subtle critique of Athenian society woven in. The birds, you see, they're achieving all of this incredible stuff through cooperation, through ingenuity. No sleeves required.
I never thought of it like that. That's a pretty powerful message hidden beneath all those feathers and, well, bird droppings.
And that's what makes Aristophanes such a master, He can make you laugh until your sides hurt, while also making you completely rethink your whole worldview.
So we've got our city in the clouds, right? What happens next? Do they all kick back with some tiny bird cocktails and celebrate?
Oh, cocktails and celebrations. Not just yet. Building a utopia, that's the easy part, right?
Yeah.
But governing it.
Right, because everyone wants to live in a utopia, but no one wants to, take out the trash. So who shows up to crash Cloud Cuckoo Land?
Let's just say Cloud Cuckoo Land attracts a very interesting group of characters.
So basically Aristophanes is saying you can't escape those neighbors, even if you build a house in the sky.
Exactly. For example, there's this poet who shows up, right? Full of himself, desperate for an audience.
Ah, the poet. A tale as old as time.
Right. And he starts reciting these poems about Cloud Cuckoo Land. Poems that he supposedly wrote before the city even existed.
Oh, stop. I know that guy. Shows up to the party claiming to be your best friend. when you know he just wants the free food.
That's him. And then there's Middleton. He's a surveyor.
Okay.
And he's got all these really intricate plans to, divide the air into these perfectly square plots.
Yeah. Trying to impose order on something as, like, boundless as the sky. Yeah, that's going to work out well.
Oh, it's a disaster waiting to happen. It's Aristophanes satirizing all those people who think logic and reason can solve everything. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow,
Especially when that flow involves, like, clouds and birds. But it's not just poets and surveyors causing trouble, right? Where's the bureaucracy?
Oh, don't you worry. It wouldn't be a utopia without it. The Athenian commissioner, he arrives with his little voting urns, acting like he's running for office in the sky.
Oh, no, he brought work with him on vacation.
Right. More concerned with missing a meeting back in Athens than embracing the whole cloud cuckoo land dream.
Some people, I swear. But, okay, we've got poets, we've got bureaucrats. Is there anyone there trying to, work the system?
Of course. We've got a statute seller hawking new laws designed to exploit loopholes and, make himself a little richer.
Classic. Leave it to humans to find a way to game the system, even in a city made of clouds.
You said it.
Yeah.
Oh. And we can't forget about the sycophant.
Oh, is that the guy who shows up to every party and tells you how great you look?
That's the one. All smiles and flattery, but we all know he's just looking for an angle.
So even in Cloud Cuckoo Land, you can't escape the yes men, but they are holding their own against all these intruders, right? They built this amazing city, they wrote their own laws, they're even standing up to the gods.
You're right, it does seem like Cloud Cuckoo Land just might actually work. They even managed to turn away Iris. She's the messenger of the gods.
What, she forgot to RSVP?
Worse, she didn't have the proper paperwork.
Okay, now that's just embarrassing.
Right, a bunch of birds enforcing bureaucracy on a goddess. But the gods can't let that stand.
Oh, here comes trouble. So, do they send Zeus down there with a lightning bolt?
Close. They send a delegation to negotiate, led by Poseidon, god of the sea, and Hercules, Mr. Muscles himself.
Okay, that's a party I do not want an invitation to.
Oh, wait. There's more. They bring along this, really obscure Tribalian god.
Tribalian god sounds made up.
And get this. He speaks complete gibberish.
Oh, no. It's like that time I tried to order a pizza in Italy.
Right. But here's the thing. Beneath the whole language barrier thing, Aristophanes is making a good point. No matter how different we may seem, we're all connected, by being human.
Even gods get lost in translation sometimes. Okay, back to the negotiations. Do they let Hercules into Cloud Cuckoo Land? I feel like he might break something.
Hercules is ready for a fight, but Pistateros, he's got a plan. He uses his wit, his charm, and a little bribery.
God, I love a good bribe. What'd they offer him, like ambrosia?
Gutter brav.
Roast birds.
Genius. Who can resist a good roast bird? But that wasn't all, was it?
Nope. The real prize was Basile.
Zelia. Who is she again?
Only the personification of sovereignty. Ultimate power, held captive by Zeus.
Oh, snap.
And Pistateros, he's a bold one. He demands her release as a condition of peace.
So basically he's saying, give us the keys to the kingdom, or no one gets to go to heaven.
What happens next? So they've got Basileia, right? Ultimate power, check. Does that mean Cloud Cuckoo Land gets its happy ending? Should we all be packing our bags, learning to speak bird?
Well, this is Aristophanes we're talking about. A nice, neat ending. Not really his style.
Right, because that would be too easy.
Exactly. The play ends with this big celebration. Sure, Pistateros marries Basileia. They're on top of the world, literally.
Yeah.
But there's this question hanging in the air, Did anything really change?
Because they're in the clouds now, but they're still the same birds, right?
It's like that old saying, wherever you go, there you are. Did they actually solve any of the problems they left behind in Athens or just recreate them up in the sky? It makes you wonder.
So what's Aristophanes trying to tell us? That utopia is impossible. That no matter how hard we try, we're always going to make the same mistakes.
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? There's no easy answer. He's not trying to preach or give us all the answers, but he is making us think, really think about the choices we make, about the solutions we chase after.
Like trusting those two random birds to guide them in the first place.
Exactly. Maybe it's a reminder to, be a little wary of anyone who claims to have all the answers, and maybe, just maybe, to be a little skeptical of our own desires for a perfect world.
Because wanting something too much can make you blind to, reality.
Exactly. But you know what else is important here? The humor. Because even with all the satire, the philosophical questions, The Birds is a really funny play.
Oh, absolutely. It's hilarious. The slapstick, the wordplay, that Tribellian god. You can't help but laugh. But why is that important? Was Aristophanes just trying to keep things light?
It's more than just entertainment. See, by making us laugh, by letting us see the absurdity in it all, Aristophanes allows us to engage with these really complex ideas without feeling, overwhelmed or talked down to.
So it's like sneaking in a little social commentary with a spoonful of sugar.
Exactly. And that's why this play still resonates today. It's a good reminder to, not take ourselves too seriously, to find the humor in life's messiness, and to never stop questioning.
So the next time we're feeling overwhelmed by the world, by all the chaos and uncertainty, maybe we should all take a page from Aristophanes' book, right?
Embrace the absurdity, challenge the status quo, and never underestimate the power of a good laugh.
Words to live by. Well, folks, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the birds. Hope you enjoyed the flight.
Thanks for listening, everyone.